Hello, Liverpool fans. Welcome to the Liverpool Report, your go-to source for the latest news, match updates, and transfer stories straight from Anfield. Don't miss out on any of the action. Hit that subscribe button now and stay in the loop with all things Reds. Curtis Jones says he feels wanted at Liverpool under Arneslot after struggling to break through under former boss Jurgen Klopp. The 23-year-old midfielder has been in fine form for the Reds, starting 10 out of their 19 Premier League matches and chipping in with 3 goals, bringing a sense of serenity to the team's core. Yet, his pre-season admission that he was probably the happiest he's ever been on the pitch with Slot stirred controversy, as it seemed to throw shade at former boss Klopp. However, despite the fact that Jones clarified his comments with grace, indicating no ill intentions, Rio Ferdinand has now disclosed further compliments from Jones towards Slot that suggest the midfielder feels he is finally being deployed correctly. On his Rio Ferdinand Presents YouTube channel, the former England and Manchester United defender shared insight from a conversation he had with Jones. "I was talking to him, Jones, about what's the difference for him this season," he revealed. He said, "I just feel like I've got a manager who is actually seeing me for what I'm good at and for what I am." This alleged revelation echoes Jones's earlier sentiments about finding joy in the Dutchman's playing style. Following his 3 Lions call-up in November, Jones expressed his excitement about the new chapter at Liverpool post-Klopp and how his game was adapting to it. "I feel that I'm at the point now where I'm enjoying it the most that I have," he shared. "I say that in terms of style of play that suits me and the love that I'm getting from the coaches and the staff all around. Arne and his staff have come in, and the style of play and everything is changing the way we go, press and stuff. I think it suits me more. As a fresh start, I'll give it everything I can. I'm really enjoying it, and the most important thing is that I'm playing with a smile on my face." The Toxteth-born talent seems to be thriving under the guidance of Slot, hinting that perhaps Klopp didn't fully tap into his potential. Yet Jones has made it clear that he did value his time with the German manager. Jones clarified his pre-season comments to Redmen TV, saying, "The principles are always the same. We want to work hard, press, and dominate teams." That's what I think came across a little bit wrong, which is why I'd like to say on this now. I've seen things that made it seem like I was disrespectful in a way to Klopp, but Jurgen knows I'd never be that kid. He knows how much I love him and that I love all of his staff. But it was just me saying that how I'm going to play now is a little bit of a change. He gave me the platform and belief in myself to know that I'm a kid who can step up as well. How many games have I played? It's all because of him. There were times I was being told he needs to go out on loan or leave the club, but he was the man who stuck there the whole time. Liverpool will be without Joe Gomez and Darwin Núñez when they face Nottingham Forest. The Reds head to the City Ground, looking for redemption after Nuno Espirito Santo's side handed Liverpool their only Premier League defeat of the season so far. They will do so short of 2 players, however. Slot revealed that Gomez was still far from a return after picking up a hamstring injury against West Ham before the turn of the year. The England international was the only defensive player named as unavailable by the Dutchman, despite Ibrahima Konaté's absence against Accrington Stanley. Núñez, meanwhile, is serving a 1-match ban, having picked up his 5th yellow card of the season against Manchester United. The striker would be unlikely to start the game, however, and endured a fruitless afternoon during Liverpool's FA Cup 3rd-round win. Nevertheless, Slot will hope to earn a better result at his 2nd attempt at facing Nottingham Forest. The former Feyenoord boss was frustrated at defeat in September and criticised his side's loss against a team not believed to be of the same calibre. Forest have since established themselves as a Premier League contender and sit 3rd in the division, 6 points behind Liverpool. Slot has admitted he made a mistake in his initial assessment of the result. They have already shown how good a team they are. In general, whenever Liverpool are home game, it is something we don't expect. Slot said in his press conference, "For us to lose then was hard to take. It's now not as much of a shock result as I thought back then. They had a very good game plan." Slot conceded he had been surprised in the team's first meeting of the season. "I watched it back because I wanted to see what we did back then and what we can do now," he continued. "For us, it was a surprise that Hudson-Odoi and Elanga weren't starting. They are playing so well. It would be a surprise if they didn't play now. We are prepared for both. They have a similar playing style, and we have a similar playing style. Liverpool's boss won't make the same mistake again." Slot said, "If Forest is up there with us, they are definitely a team that are in competition for us. They deserve to be treated like this. Look at how they play and their results. It will be a very difficult challenge to get the result." Liverpool are already flying high as Premier League leaders, but Elon Musk has the potential to take the Reds to new heights. Speculation is abound that the SpaceX founder could launch a bid for the Reds after his dad, Errol, said his son is indeed interested in a takeover. However, the technology magnate's father raised caution as he added the caveat, "But that doesn't mean he's buying it." It's understood Fenway Sports Group isn't looking to sell its baby, which is valued by Forbes at an estimated £4.3 billion. However, if anyone has the kind of stubbornness and pulling power required to get a deal done, it's likely to be the richest person on the planet today. Arne Slot has done well to keep spending to a minimum thus far in his Anfield tenure, and it hasn't had any negative impact on results as Liverpool lead both the domestic and Champions League tables. But Mirror Sport explores which market-shifting transfers the club could complete with Musk calling the shots. Although the real value would have come from signing Kylian Mbappe on a free when he left PSG, the possibilities are nigh endless with Musk money running the show. Plus, with the right planning and patience over the next few years, who's to say Liverpool couldn't balance the books well enough to add the World Cup winner to their ranks? Mbappe's Real Madrid contract isn't due to expire until 2029, with the forward earning a whopping £250,000 after tax for the duration of that deal. That figure isn't all that ridiculous compared to Liverpool's current wage structure, with Mohamed Salah understood to be on a similar sum. Mbappe, 26, has revealed he has looked to FSG minority owner LeBron James for advice in the past, telling GQ magazine he is much farther along in his career than I am, and projects outside of sport have cemented his place as a sporting legend. Being able to ask for advice from inspiring figures like him provides an opportunity to adjust my plan and create my own approach that is as effective as possible in terms of helping young people today. Unlike Real, Liverpool couldn't afford to wait for Mbappe's current deal to expire, given he'll be nearing his 31st birthday by the time that date rolls around. However, Musk could provide the financial capital needed to finance a transfer ahead of time and feasibly tempt Real into selling their star, who has scored 13 goals in his first 25 outings for Los Blancos. Liverpool have already had the displeasure of feeling Alexander Isak's wrath this season. The Swede scored 1 goal and assisted another as Newcastle drew 3-3 against the Reds in December, making the Magpies one of only 2 Premier League teams to take points off Slot's side, at home term Arsenal being the other. Manchester City superstar Erling Haaland is perhaps the most valuable centre-forward in the world right now, but the added nuance to Isak's game makes him the better fit for Liverpool. And it's that ability to create, as well as hold up play and get in behind defenders like Haaland, that makes him the greater attraction. Saudi-owned Newcastle have reportedly placed a £150 million price tag on their frontman, who has 13 Premier League goals this term if they are to cut ties. And after the inconsistencies of Darwin Núñez, there is arguably no better player than 25-year-old Isak to lead Liverpool's front line for seasons to come. Much of this season's chatter at Anfield relates to Virgil van Dijk's future and the fact his contract is due to expire in June. As he prepares to turn 34 this summer, it's easy to see why the Reds may be cautious over any new deal for the Dutchman, who has etched his name as arguably the best centre-back in Premier League history. But Arsenal's William Saliba is well on his way to rivaling that legacy and has something of a head start, considering he's still just 23 years old. For context, Van Dijk didn't even arrive in England until he was 24, and Gunners' counterpart Saliba already has 111 appearances for Arsenal, who would be dead against selling to a direct rival under normal circumstances. After all, Who better to eventually take up Van Dijk's mantle than the player being touted as his successor in England's top flight? Liverpool's defence looks that much lighter when Van Dijk is taken out, but the likes of Ibrahima Konate and Joe Gomez would receive substantial security if Saliba was to fill Van Dijk's boots. And in the interest of holes that need filling, Salah could soon leave a gaping void of his own on Liverpool's right wing. The Egyptian was heavily linked with a transfer to Saudi Arabia last summer, and speculation is once again building that he could cut ties with Merseyside in 2025. If Salah is the world's best in his position at present, then 17-year-old Lamine Yamal may already be the number 2 on that list. Since breaking into Barcelona's first team in 2023, the teenager has racked up 14 goals and 21 assists in 73 senior appearances, but his output is now starting to mature.